Hey, what's up, YouTube? So today I'm sitting here with my mother and my grandmother, my mother and my grandmother, and I'm behind the scenes today. You'll just hear my voice. Hopefully, you can hear my voice. My other mic doesn't want to work. I don't know why, but it is what it is. I've got one mic only, and it's there by my mother, and I hope you will hear her clearly. And if my grandma speaks, you'll hear her clearly as well. So basically, the other day, some couple of months back, I was sitting with my mother and she was just, we were having a conversation. She was telling me about her life, man. And those are stories that we really hear about. I remember speaking to a friend of mine, and he too, never really sit with your parents just to talk about their life when they were young and growing up, how were they when they were kids, and all of that. So I really loved that little conversation that I had then with my mother, and I thought, you know what, let's have it on YouTube, because for generations to come, it will be there for them, I guess. So yeah, we're here to talk about my mother and her life here on Earth. Madam, you look. It's real.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm ready. If you want to know about my life history, I would definitely, definitely give it to you. Yeah.
All right. So today we're getting a little bit of history. This is just a raw video of the history of my mom, guys. So this is the person that brought me to earth, and my father. My father is not here, but today is my mother's story. So, Mama Mkoza, let us start it at the beginning. I would like to start it at the beginning. So, we're starting where you were young and can remember living with your mother, Zuzuman. That's my grandmother, man. And yeah, so youngster.
Yes, I'm old now. I'm old.
Now she's a mother of 4,
Yeah.
and a mother of, I don't know, hundred more kids out there, because she was the teacher, and everywhere you would go, everyone would be greeting her.
I'm old now. What about you?
That's my mom.
So yeah, no, like my mom is well known by like kids. I won't really call them kids now, because they are
Grown up.
they grown ups and the adults, because now she was their teacher at school, and every time she meets one of them, they're always so thankful of her. So yeah, it's never really nice sometimes just working with her, because you stop almost every minute greeting people. But yeah, so Mama Mkoza, when you were young, what do you remember?
Oh yes. When I grew up being the only child at home. I started schooling in 1965, when I was doing sub A then. And then sub B, standard 1, standard 2, standard 3, standard 4, standard 5, standard 6, before these grades were introduced. So I joined my mom and my stepfather, Ntate Rapo, in 1969, when we were staying at Madiba Street. But the person who actually took me by hand, walked with me side by side, it's my mama's aunt. We normally say it's Mangwan. My Mangwan is my mother's Mangwan. She's the one whom I think played a very pivotal role in my life, because we were staying at number 391 Lepetla Street in Zone 2, Meadowlands. Apparently, our parents originate from Vrededorp, Bariki Fitas. They were calling it Fitas and Sophia Town. So, during apartheid, they placed them go Meadowlands, which is now called Ndofaya. So that was 1956, and I was born 1955 on the 6th of June, on the day of the 24th. So I grew up, I had my grandfather whom I loved very, very much. His name was Motlati, Edwin Moletsane. My uncle's son is named after him. Right, I remember when I grew up, Ntate Mogolo would go to work, waking up at 4 o'clock, and by then I was the one and the only child in the family.
Hey, you've always been the only one.
Yes,
Till now.
Still now. Yeah, so Ntate Mogolo would wake up at 4 o'clock, those old traditional stoves. Welcomed over, and Tata Mogolo would make coffee, FG coffee. You would cook it on the kettle. It's on the and he would make fire and then prepare that coffee for me. And then Otlan Tosakabo 5 o'clock, no, come and have a cup of coffee. Oh yes, I would really enjoy it very, very much. So, and then at about 5:30, Ntate Mogolo would leave the house, and then take him half away, and then come back and back to my bed. So then I grew up with. It was like...
So you would wake up just to take him, to walk him?
Yes, walk him out of the house
and then
up until the gate, and then come back and get into bed again. After having coffee with him, yes.
So that was, okay, every day?
That was a routine.
Okay.
That was a routine.
So I take it that's where then you get, because now, since like now us, like now this is me and my siblings, my mother always woke us up and we always had breakfast, more often than not.
Yes.
In the morning.
Yes.
We always had breakfast, and then obviously there's chores that we never really like to do, but we always had chores, making breakfast almost every day.
Yes.
In the mornings.
Yes.
So is that where that comes?
Yes, it comes from Tata Mogolo. I used to call him instead of saying Papa or Ntate Mogolo. It just came to me like I said, like when I'm Kolobeti, I call you Kolo. I like abbreviating. I like this pet's name.
Okay.
And then Kinele, I would say Lile. I remember one day Kinele asked me, Mama, but where does this name Lile comes from? You know? And Meleti, the Leles, and then Oratang, Tatos, and then my mother, Meiza, you know. I enjoy calling those people with the pet's name, But then, unfortunately, Tata Mogolo, I remember one day he was eating, on a Saturday, he was peeling onion and cutting it in small pieces, and he would chew it. Because onion, raw onion.
Onion?
Yes, onion, raw onion.
Why?
I don't know, he used it as a medicinal for him. So because of my passion and the love that I had for him, I would also eat that onion. And ask me the reason why. And it's but I would eat until both of us refita that onion, because Ntate Mogolo was eating onion, so I would eat onion with him.
Sure.
So wherever that he goes, they had amputated his one leg, but he had an artificial leg. So Atoban. Wherever he would go, I would go with him. I loved Ntate Mogolo very much. Yes.
That's nice love. And nowadays, I don't want to lie, it's rare to find such love. Not that it's there, but love from kid to elder, like that, it's rare to see it nowadays.
Yes.
I don't want to lie.
And imagine by then I was about 4 or 5 6 years, yeah. Because Ntate Mogolo wa ka passed on ka 1963.
Okay.
He passed on ka 1963 and
1963. No one, any of my siblings, because my eldest sibling is what, 83? No, maybe it is 84 most, ne?
yeah, Tato is 41.
Yeah, but 1980?
83, 63.
You had,
No.
oh yeah, when was he born? 1980?
Tato was born 1981.
81.
Yes.
81. All right.
And
so clearly none of us met.
No, you were still. I did not even think that you'd
I'm
be.
lost.
I'm
lost
no,
because my mother,
1963.
1963.
Yes,
He passed.
he passed on 1963.
Okay. Wait. I know. So I'm confusing myself. Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking my grandfather, and my mother is talking about her grandfather.
Yes.
So okay, I twisted.
Yes, paternal.
I twisted it a bit.
Maternal.
I'm thinking my grandfather.
Oh, not your grandfather
Yeah,
who was
your
named
your
after you.
grandfather.
My grandfather.
Yeah. So your grandfather died
Yes,
1963.
born. Yeah,
And
my
then-
mother's father.
Yeah, your mother's
father, yeah.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
I confused it. In my head, I'm thinking my...
No,
my
not
grandfather.
Mukoloveti. Not Mukoloveti.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, hence my cousin, my uncle's first born child, that is Motlati, was named after. My uncle was Tsieti. Buddha.
Oh.
I used to call him Buddha.
I know him. We know him.
Yeah, you know him very well. Yes.
We know him.
Yeah, he loved you very, very,
I
very
know
much.
very much.
Yeah. So Buddha, my uncle's first son, was named after my Ntate Mogolo.
Yeah.
And then
Papa Motlati.
yes, Papa Motlati. All the names,
Yeah.
Motlati, Edwin,
And just for
Moletan.
information's sake, guys, like, okay, I call him Papa Mtlati, but now, and that's my mother's cousin.
Yeah.
Growing up, he used to have the latest tech. I remember his room, because he lived in a garage room,
A garage.
but
Yeah.
he turned it into a nice, beautiful room.
Yeah.
And he had some high-tech stuff like stereo, like
Yeah.
audio, like
Yes.
that's where I first saw subwoofers and
Yeah.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
he had some nice tech stuff.
Yes.
Techniques.
Yeah.
You know, techniques.
Eish.
That was proper sound.
Eish.
So he had that, and I remember he bought me this yo-yo, Antekela yo-yo.
Yeah.
So I don't know whatever happened to that yo-yo, and I love that yo-yo so much.
Serious?
Yeah, when you play with it, you just light up.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Shame.
yeah, that was
Eish, yeah, if I can also talk about the Motlati, my uncle's son, Motlati, my first uncle's child. You know how he grew up, how humble he is. I'm saying he is because he's still there and he's still the same Motlati.
No.
Yeah,
he's still
and he used to take care of my mom's business. Yadi cold drink. He was responsible for the tuck shop. Yes, he was the one who made that cold drink house to be what it was.
Okay.
Motlati, yes, and he was still very young. And my mom was very cheeky. Very, very cheeky, but Motlati you would never see Motlati angry.
Yo,
You would
Mama,
never see Motlati
Zuzu.
angry.
Zuzu, why not Chiganayan?
Yo,
Maybe she can.
Mama was a lady of order then.
Yeah.
For you would wake up at 5 o'clock and stuff the fridge, your Coca-Cola, and you'd all wake up.
Yeah, no, that one is true, guys.
Yeah.
No. 5 o'clock, my grandma would be up already.
Yeah.
Like 5 o'clock, she's waking up.
Yes.
But she was already up.
Yeah.
And she would be busy.
Packing,
That's short.
yeah.
Can you see how short she is? She was
Yeah.
always short. My
Yes,
grandma was always short.
hardworking.
And
Yo.
she would be packing cold drinks and crates full
Yeah.
of cold drinks.
Yes.
And she's moving and picking them up like nothing. Like nothing.
Yo, my mom.
So no,
Oh.
I don't know. I think I get my business drive from here. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
probably.
I think so. I think because
Yeah.
we used to stay with my grandma.
Yeah, she motivated you.
And every morning we would wake up, pack the cold drinks.
Yeah.
If you are not going to school, she also made like kotas. What kind of game kota? Bunny chow.
Yeah, bunny
So
chow.
she used to do bunny chow. She used to sell cigarettes, and she used to be busy.
Yeah.
So we would normally help. Only when she's not there, we are the ones selling and all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
They actually started this business, Maggie's Tuck Shop.
Yeah, Maggie's Tuck Shop.
My late father.
Yeah.
You know what? I loved that Ntate Rapo, like he was my biological father. You know, each time
Who was your biological father?
my biological father is Motabane, Nkele, and I and Malmete Boho.
Yeah.
We are of the same. We are from the same father. Yeah. So.
And just for FYI, if you follow the compound, guys, you saw there is a tuck shop. That tuck shop is actually a remembrance for, like, my mother, my grandma. I'm actually thinking of naming it Maggie's Tuck Shop. But the thing is, the place is also known as the compound. But that tuck shop itself, I actually want to name it Maggie's Tuck Shop. In, what's the word? There's the word when you do something for someone. What's that word? Can again? I don't want to use in remembrance. It's not in remembrance.
I'm not very sure of the English
I know
word.
there is an English word that I'm looking for. It's not coming to me. But when you're doing something,
you take from your from the elders, and run with
and
it.
you're running
something.
with it.
Yeah.
I forgot the word.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, so that tuck shop is actually part of that. It's not actually.
You have
just
inherited.
Yeah, it's like I've inherited, and I'm bringing back my grandma's business now, you know, and tying, and we'll take it go. That's why that little tuck shop there at the compound, it will, like most of everyone in my family will have say in terms of what we really do about it. Most especially for my nieces. For my nieces, I want them to play a big role in that tuck shop. And my nieces, their mother actually has a tuck shop.
Yeah.
She has a tuck shop. So I want, you're pulling those little ones into business.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Yeah.
So, sorry to disturb. So,
No, it's okay. It's okay because we actually spoke about that my mom's tuck shop. Motlati, who was responsible for the tuck shop.
Yeah, but no, I wanted to get to that part of your father.
All right, my biological father is Motlabane Dire.
Okay.
Yeah, he originates from Botswana. That's my biological father.
Okay.
And my mom.
What was his name?
Motlabane.
Motlabane.
Yes.
Yeah, Zuzu. Motlabane mo kreile kae?
Motlabane, my father. I only knew about my father. I think I was 5 years old. 4 years. When I knew about my father. Okay. I didn't know who my father was when I grew up.
Okay.
Because I stayed with my grandmother, my uncle, and my mother's aunt. So each time my grandmother would, shout at me, she would say, "Otamayo kon tatago kwako 47." And my grandmother would always say, "Otamayo kon tatago ko 47." And that, I could always hear my mom saying ke kon tata ka ko 47 ngwana motlhabane. And then by then I was 5 years old, and I went to my father was a clerk at we call it room 47, the office ya masipala.
Okay.
Yes, ke bona na ba le busy ka di rent tsa batho and those sort of things. My father, he was learned. My father was learned. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I went to 47. And I went to 47, and I asked Bontate about 47 for ke batla ntate o bitsiwang Motlhabane. I was a child by then.
How many years?
Like I'm saying, 4 years, 5 to 5 years.
Yes,
and room 47 was not very, very far from my mom's place. It's about 500 meters. About number 47, go room 47.
1950.
No, but from Gomadima.
No, from Kolipet.
Kolipet.
Yes.
Oh, more.
Yeah, more
After
47.
Mopedi.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah.
Okay.
How feel Kalepe Lilis behind the
Eh.
police station.
Oh, okay. Oh, hey, come.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah, I know.
And I went there and then I asked
4
for
or
my
5 years
father.
old.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I used to be a fighter.
I know.
From that
It
age
makes sense.
to date.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it doesn't get it.
Yes,
It
I
makes
went to
sense,
look
huh?
for my father.
Okay.
And he came out and he asked me. He had a very hoarse voice. No. Watlamo. Ke tlo batla papa. All right. And then he picked me up and then he kissed me. He embraced me. And then he told me to go back home. You'll come and see me. That's when I knew who my father was. Without anyone introducing me to my father.
Sure.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. And then, yes, I was excited because I had a father as well. Now would say, yes, my father will work at room 47. He was tall like me, long-faced, very handsome. Yeah. Yeah, then
But now, where does he end up now? Because most of the stories that I know from you,
yes,
the kids are
Papa Rapo.
Papa Rapo.
Yes,
I don't think I've heard any story about your biological.
my biological father, yes. Because I did not stay with him. He had a family called Zone 1, Yakobo Mama Nenkele.
Okay.
So my father got married to Mama Henkele, Oneba Mita Makoti. So Makoti and my mom, they used to fight. They were beautiful ladies. Beautiful. You can see my mom living now. She's still beautiful. And then Mama Ninkel, she was also beautiful. But now she had, I think, about 7 children. And my father's children, I think they were 2 or 3. I am not very sure. Yeah. So then my mother, then when I grew up, then I went to primary, to the crash. And I'm not very sure whether my father was the one who really responsible for paying the physical crash or what. I am not very sure about my relationship with my biological father and my mom. And then I went to
But
school.
Mama, we're not the animals. So
You back out.
you biological father.
Mom Jewel.
Ni Joel.
No. I think my mama, I beg yours, ne? I think mama, she doesn't want to talk about Motabane.
Okay.
Because apparently Motabane had her very much. Yeah.
All right. We don't need to get into that.
Instead of Motabane marrying her, she married Mewankele, who was called Makoti.
Okay.
And that angered my mom. And my mom did not want to hear anything about Motabane. I visited my father go 47. She would shout at me. And she would even tell me if I must go out and stay with Motabane wherever.
Okay.
So yeah, she avoided talking about Motabane. Yeah.
So in this Papa Rapo, where is he now?
Right now,
Itate Mogolo Rapo,
yeah.
for me.
Then I went to crash. Narikena crash ko zone 4. Next to mo kerekeng by bitsang Dutch Reform. Yeah. That's more nearly crash until ke Tlhalefa, and then I went to Tumelo. Go Tumelo ke ile ka 1965. Ke startile my Dom A ko teng. We used to call it Dom A. Sabi. You know what, ne? The only time when my mom registered me for school was at Tumelo, 1965. From crash, Unkisiteko, Tumelo Primary School in Mozontri, that school is still there. And the principal was then Mema Moki. Mamoki. Yes. Oh. Yeah. There's a church next to Orlando Stadium. That church is named after them.
Okay.
Yeah. Principal Moki. Then Kileketa Sapei Sabi Standard 1, Standard 2, go. Then Harrieta Standard 3. We were moved to Masekhel. Higher primary school. Related standard 5, standard 6, and standard 7. After that, I moved to secondary, that is Kelokizo. Now, your question was, how does Ntate Rapo comes in now? Now, my father, my mom, in the interim, then he met Ntate Rapo, who was working for Lily's Bioscope.
Okay.
A very handsome guy, very polite, kind-hearted person. My mom met him, and they got married in 1969.
Okay.
And they were staying in Kolepet. My mom moved out then to Madiba Street. Actually, there's another...
Who was at Madiba Street? Whose house is that one?
The time people could not pay the rent. They were kicked out of the houses. So my mom and my dad, Papa, actually my mom bought that house from Uikrileko 47,
Okay.
Yeah. But there is another history, Mama. I don't want to touch on it. It's a bit sensitive. Where my mom was also married to Ntateta Zimpi.
Okay.
And he divorced Ntateta Zimpi.
Okay.
And then I think then my mom met Ntate Rapo. Yeah. So now I moved from Kolepete Street, joined my mom, Komadiba. Then by then Kiniketa standard 6.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that was 69, and then unfortunately I failed standard 6. I repeated standard 6.
Okay.
And then 1970 I passed standard 6 first class.
1970.
Yes.
So for sure, when I know you are about between 8 and 10 years old, is it 10 to 12? Did you not the guy?
Did you only 8?
8.
Yeah.
Which is now grade
2.
Grade 2.
Yeah. No, then I was about 12 here. No, go.
Oh, 12.
Yeah. Now, yeah. Okay, move up from because Nikinali 7, 65, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then 12, 13, now to go high school.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then to touch on the Rapo, my I don't want to say my stepfather. I treated him as my father.
Yeah.
And even the relatives of Ntate Rapo, they would be surprised if they can hear that Ntate Rapo was not my biological father. And I actually did not want people to know about it. Unfortunately, now they know. Now that I am on media,
maybe it gets to
social media,
but
yeah,
it doesn't matter though.
Yeah, because
it's just information. Because I think for me, I believe at the end of the day, it's about you and what the connection was for you.
Yeah.
That is really what matters.
Yeah. If I want to talk about my father, Rapo. Ne? I want to talk about my father, Rapo. Ntindi, Rapo. In my lifetime, entire lifetime, I have never seen such a humble, loving, kind-hearted, a person who had a listening ear, ever smiling, a man who would never shout. I don't know how to describe. My father was amazing. My father was very peaceful. I remember he shouted at me only once when he was teaching me how to drive. And Nerilo was on 80 and I was driving a Peugeot automatic, and as I was driving there was a truck, oncoming truck, and my father screamed. I couldn't believe it. This voice comes from my father, because my father was very protective and very loving. And I cried, and he apologized because he raised his voice, and to me it was for the first time hearing him raising his voice to me or for me.
But then how? Because obviously you are a kid, you are also not perfect. You would make mistakes. So how would he deal with that now with you?
Yeah.
You never shouted and...
Yes. Fortunately, I was not a naughty child. I was not a naughty child. My mom was very cheeky. Even now she's still cheeky. So my father was very humble and quiet, and a person who you wouldn't hear him shouting. But my mother would attack me, shout at me, and I would get angry, go to my uncle's place, Kolipetle, and stayed there, and my mother would, I'm often saying, I would say, no. You know, it was, and my father would say, but this is not how you should treat Mwana. But as I grew up, I like my father, the time when he said to my mom, because my mom would buy me clothes, and now now I'm at high school, but from 1, from 2, from 3 now. Now type 18 outfit. By then the ladies Aero, the gorilla, the sexoni, the bag.
Guys, I don't know what is that.
Yes, nearly fashion not then. Yeah. So my mother would push and take it and my father one day said, you know what, why? It's because the type of clothing that she would like to wear. That's what I loved about my father.
Yeah, no, it shows that he was very observant.
Yeah, very observant, and like I'm saying, when I lay this, he was very observant and very concerned and a listening ear, and very sympathetic and empathetic. That's what my father used to be. I always tell people, if God can ask any one of us, I would raise Papaka. That man, he was amazing.
I know. Sounds like he was a crucial part.
Yeah, he played a very, very important role. I remember when I passed my JC, that was 1973. Can say from 1, from 2, from 3, go Kelokito. By then, let me tell you something. As far as my education is concerned, moving from primary to higher primary to secondary, my mother was not there. The role that my mom would do was to pay school fees for Nna. Now, how did I go to Kelokito? He was never there. My mother narrata fun. She was a fun woman and she was beautiful and she was outgoing.
Okay.
Mama?
Mama?
Yes, Mama was very outgoing. Come on, listen.
Serious?
Yes. Mama?
Only disco?
Not dancer. She was a dancer. Libora Khadisan. Mama can dance. Ballroom dance.
Eh.
Yes, that's my mom.
Zuma!
Yeah, that's my mom.
Ntate Molele ka tu.
And then, then ka passa Form 1, Form 2, Form 3. After Form 3, I knew I was not a very intelligent person. I was just a hardworking, diligent one, because failure was not my language.
Who's helping you with the registrations?
I just go there because like.
So Emma, you find out about.
No, let me tell you what was happening. Tumelo, the feeder school at Tumelo Nele Maskhen. So once the pastor go Tumelo, you go to the nearest higher primary. So it's feeder school.
Okay.
Ne? And then once the pastor standard 6, the feeder school would be Middlelands High.
Okay.
You automatically go there, then they register you. So you did not have any more your mom to accompany you to the next school. So
Okay.
it was.
And then how was the school life? Because those were most times of apartheid.
Yes.
How was school life itself like, and living in those times again?
You know, at primary, I remember baby. Yeah. Now from the onset, I was this bubbly person, and can I the baby telling ngata, bo baby Maki, bo baby Felici, bo baby.
Baby, I didn't tell me.
Bo baby, you adopt. She becomes. You become her next mother. When she needs money, she would come to you. She would buy you sweets, Lidi Sakatuku. We were exchanging love.
No, Emma, between who?
With anyone.
So you choose someone?
Yeah, someone. You choose anyone. Anyone can choose you as mommy. You choose anyone for a baby.
Okay.
Yes, that's how we grew up. And we used to enjoy that. Umami akake no, baby akake Maki or ki Felici or ki Zipporah. You know Zipporah.
Yeah.
Zipporah nearly baby ak.
Yeah.
So baby becomes a friend.
Okay.
And how nale baby? No one will talk ill about you. And your baby over jealous ka wena.
Okay.
And you look after her.
Yeah.
She will also look after you. Whatever I eat, we share a lin. Whatever thing I think we share a lin. That's good. How we grew up. Mommy, baby, mommy. Yeah. So go higher primary go Maskhen nerta ba re bang ka di baby tsa rona re Friday. Why santlela dilo tse monate. Re tla re bang ka the peer group ya rona kaofela. Bo Mama Ivy, bo Mama Mpho, you know.
Mama Ivy,
yes, high school and Mariano Kardaka Kamotela, Nakele Kamomas. I know, Halleritan. Yeah. I used to have a lot of friends.
Yeah, no, you used to go to all of them.
Yes. So the Tatiana baby Taronaka room here, one Raba Sharp, one Chapelano. I went to the Sakatuku. But that's a move, Allah, and we just enjoy. Can't give away Naratanakate, Risapa, Reliboman, yeah.
And then the issues come up with decide what.
No. Growing up here, like Nikitamka basketball. Yeah, I was a defender. Since then, Kentucky defender. So Nerudala basketball the color different.
Within so
like Masakhene, itla Tamika le tswelelang wabona. Then
naletwa outside of
yes, ne re tswa re lo dlala ko sekolong se sengwe re tla kena mo di-groundong ha re tswa mo re ya ko di-groundong tsa bashimane. It was normal ha re winne re tlo bina tsela e kaofela re ya ko di-groundong tsa bashimane re lo support-a bashimane ba sekolo sa rona gona mo go tlo go lwaniwa ra tshaba. It was very nice. I don't want to lie to you. We never thought of liquor. We never thought of smoking. The only thing ne re lwana wa bona. Yeah, re lwanela bona di baby le bo mami le bashimane mara nna ke tshaba bashimane.
Go high school.
Yeah, go high school, primary, high school, nna ne ke tshaba bashimane.
Awatisa di boyfriend.
Ne ke tsaba mamaka ya na ka mpolaya
a ke re no tlamisa go
Lepetle ne ke respecta malome wa ka.
Okay, so this is now high school.
We really had fun, and let me tell you, when I grew up ko Lepetle gona ge ka bo re bala bo ko high school ko primary ge Tumelo primary le Masekgene ko primary. Yes, we used to play together. And then go Lepetle ne Lepetle Street Letane. We were like le Moroka. We were like community around there. No kare we are relatives.
Okay.
Yeah. Ha go tsena letswai ka mo o jumpa fence o batla letswai ko next door. And then nako gae nkgona ka na rekisa homemade bujwala ba Setswana. Ne? And then gona le diperekisi ka mo jarateng. It was like an orchard.
So nkgono wa go ke mosadi wa a.
Yeah, wa a mosadi monna wa a. Nkgono ka ne le monna wa a. Ma nkgono ka ne le Belina. That is why ngwana malomaka o named after nkgono ka Belina. Belina ke mamage mamaka. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And then re dale Sapei ke o tsalang nkgono ka Belina ke Sapei.
Okay.
Yeah. Ke re ke Khokho. Yeah. Ke re ke Masapei ke Sapei and then ke Belina.
Okay.
Yeah, ke that lineage. Yeah. So and go gae no gona le setlhare sa diperekisi, setlhare sa diapokosi
ko Madiba
ko Lepetle. No, ko Lepetle. Yeah. And then go le monate nkgona ka rekisa bujwala bontate Seta bontate Pitso bontate ba kwale around mo zone 2 mole. We were like ba tla ko gae ba tlo reka bujwala homemade.
Vene e blue fitlheleng yang
a vene blue ke ko Madiba yona. Yeah,
fitlheleng when I lived in around this time.
No, ne so bete vene e startile I think 1972, 73.
Okay.
My father passed on 1983.
Yeah, because the Tata
so yeah. So kabo 80, 79, 75, that's where the van came in.
Okay.
Aba starta business ya di cold drink. Yeah.
Okay.
Ba rekile ko a certain guy ba rekeng tate Moatse.
What?
Yeah, o dula ko strateng sa bo Maltsatsi figile kwa kodimo. Nkgono wa teng na ke reke le bo mama.
Zuzu. Go tlile yang di bule business ya di cold drink. Ke eng le naganisitse gore di bule business?
Ne go tla ba eng ntse re go reka cold drink. Go tlase go le khatang.
Oh. So you are not doing
it. Ke nagana abujwa ba nagana no man. Ke go apply la cold drink di ba go di.
So go sentse tla ga lo to deliver mo go ga.
Traka ne deliver go ga.
Yeah, no, because as going as guys, like the truck, like the full truck, like horse and trailer.
Yes, and they deliver
crates,
crates,
not just
50 crates. 50 crates, 50, 60, 70.
Mm.
Then they were selling the crates,
Yeah, no,
really
the
one.
crates.
Yes. It's unfortunate that,
Case.
yeah.
Okay, so now, no, you, let's say you are ending high school. What's going on towards end of high school?
Towards the end of high school, I went to do PTC, Primary Teacher Certificate,
Okay.
go Tlhabane. Then go Lekotenki applied. My mother was never involved in my education, and
Okay.
I had no motivator.
But then what was
Mara,
motivating you?
I was keen to learn.
Okay.
I was keen to learn. Then it's a good question. What motivated me for gay?
To do-
Yes,
Yeah. whatever.
PTC.
Yeah.
I can go high school. I saw my peer group ladies, Baba Lebana,
Okay.
and Babang. That's how it's all tata Baba na Baba na ke bo mang.
Okay.
And that said to me, for you know what, I don't want to be in the same situation with these other ladies.
Okay.
Then I told myself, nah, I have a vision, I have a dream, and my dream is I am at some stage going to have a child.
Mm.
And should it happen that this child ntate wa ngwana should not maintain ngwanake,
Yeah.
I am going to make sure that I'm going to go to school and be a teacher or a nurse. I must have a profession.
Okay.
Then one of the two, either teacher or a nurse. Should it happen that this guy or impregnating aska maintain and my age was 26.
Oh, you're 26.
No.
Oh, to
Yes.
have a kid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I told myself when I reach 26.
Would you say that is an ideal age to have a kid?
Yes.
Like
I
even
think
like
so.
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Then I told myself, should it happen for Motona should
Why
not.
26 though?
I don't know. It just came to my mind.
Okay, but now you have kids, you've had kids, you have kids. Would you still say 26 is the age?
Yes, because I witnessed taking care of you guys.
Okay, but what if it's earlier?
If it's earlier, it's still fine. Earlier, like now, when I look at Nale Mamaka, the age group, age gap, it's about 21 years. For my mother, about 21 years.
Yeah.
Because the age group, it's 21 years.
Yeah.
And then the age difference, it's 26 years.
Okay.
Yes. So if Obalengwana earlier, it's still okay, but
let's say now to your nieces, like you have nieces now.
Yeah. Would I encourage
no, you don't
them?
have nieces, you've got
I have grandchildren.
Grandchildren.
Yeah, daughters, yeah.
Granddaughters. What age would you advise them to have kids?
Now I would really say to them, they must plan. They must make sure when they give birth to their kids, they have kids. By then, they are professionals.
Okay.
A professional at what age, I am not sure. Like now, I was 20. I said to myself, 26. But before 26, I think about 21, 20, 18, 19, 20. Next, I think PTC, matric, and then Kiliko University.
Okay.
That one. So that the age ene ke shebeletse gore as long as ke na le profession hanka go etsagala gore monna o a ska tlhokomela ngwana I'll be a teacher. I'll be able to maintain my child even if I'm not married.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is very important. You can imagine if o tshwanetse o tsamaye o ye ko bokhote we say motho maintenance a gore a gona maintain ngwana ga it's embarrassing. So now basically I think bo 22 years, 22 years, 23 years on condition on only your profession.
Okay.
You have obtained your degrees.
Things don't go well, you can be able to fend for yourself.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's say you're leaving high school now, or let's say you're at university.
Then this is interesting. PTC nabayibisa pasahela. Ne? It was simpler. Yeah, pasahela, but we were writing exams. We were studying. What? So very PTC because we do PTC ka JC.
Okay.
Yeah. And then khona bana ba etsa matric, after matric then ba ilo etsa higher rona le primary ya ona ne ntlo ba higher education.
Okay.
Yeah, because ba ithola bana le matric. So JC nearly the bottom line. JC, and then you can go for teaching for 2 years only. 2 years only. Then you become a teacher. Yes. A qualified teacher.
Qualified teacher, but
yeah.
For lower grades or for?
For lower grades.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, then why upgrade? By doing what? After PTC kaya ko Bethel, kileta matric. Ne? And all these universities and tertiaries that goes on, no one was assisting me, was helping. I was all by myself. Yes. Then Kayako Bethel. After passing JC, Kayako Bethel kileta matric. Kenako ya di riots ya no. 1976, 1977. Go Bethel ya no.
So when I also you also returned
No, I was not there. I get it 71, 72, 73. Came to Form 1, Form 2, Form 3.
Okay.
Then 74 I went to Tabani, uplading. 74, 75 for 2 years. Then 76 I went to Bethel.
Okay.
76, 77. So later from 4, from 5. Next degree kanako. Now, Harrieta from 5, a friend of mine, Mama Suzy. She was an activist.
Okay.
Mama Suzy was an activist, and our influence, like 77, yes, you people are enjoying yourselves. Nekizama di boarding school. Tabani uplading, it's a boarding school. Bethel, it's a boarding school.
Okay.
I preferred we are going to boarding schools. Why? Because Nali Mamaka, we were clashing a lot.
The relationship.
It was not good.
The combo was not communicating.
It wasn't at all. Not at all.
Why?
So
because of Mama Nali cheeky.
Yeah, very cheeky.
So now she get up for the
little things. Gore ke fitlile ka 5 mo gae. Little things gore ke interfere le grocery ya gage. She would just shout at me. So I was avoiding her. Liana, she was sending me to high school. I go boarding school. Na apatal. She would never argue or what, query or what.
Okay.
I'll come for 2 days. Ne? Stay 2 days, 3 days, go high. Then I live with my friend Mama Suzy or Mama Mengu or I used to visit a lot of my friends.
Okay.
And go mahang about accepted because I was hard work. I think I could think I was impressed. I want just a stoop. Yeah. So Then
Ano, para pencil yun. Hindi ko calculate.
yeah. Then 76, 77
Pencil wait.
and not then ke ne ke le headgear.
Oh, headgear.
Yes, ne ke le headgear ko Bethel.
Okay.
And then and you know, when I grew up, because I had no one to protect me, or you say one thing, Ralwana, I used to fight, and I was hypersensitive.
Why do you think that was?
I don't know. It was because of the environment in the I was wild.
Okay.
Yeah, wild. You say something I don't like, we fight. I fight.
Come on, so.
Yeah, we used to fight. Mara, not like where you don't injure a person, argument, and then yeah. So I was a bit impatient. Mohong, I was good, and I was loved by many pupils. As their leader. Yeah, short temper. Yeah, let me say I was short temper.
And you still kept being head girl.
Yes. Mara, not necessarily. How can I put it? Not necessarily physical fighting. I was like, when I say this, you must listen to me.
Okay.
If you don't listen, kakwata. And then you'd shout me back. Then I get angered. You're not going to talk to me like that. Maybe this another. Okay, get one chap. Maybe not argument, and then okay, fine. Then problem is about solved.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, I can't. Yeah. I don't know if you feel like insecure. Like I don't know, but make it hypersensitive. When I say this, I want you to listen to me. And I think I'm still like that. I want to be listened to.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe that's why maybe I bring because my mother would say this and I must listen to her. And then next time we should say whatever she wanted to say to me. And I would cry. Now I'm crying, it was my daily life. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's say how you are now.
I'm now we are
becoming a teacher.
No, we are still at Bethel.
Okay.
Then 77 because of the riots. We were over. Yes, we were expelled.
Why?
Because we Africans.
Okay.
Yeah, I teach you Africans. We are doing all like 80% at the subject, 70% at the subject, nearly narrator Africans. Narrator
Africans.
Yeah, adreskende, veskende, geskiedenis, landbou, geography, Africans. And then all of a sudden we said, away with Africans. And they told me for wena, Uditarokopele or head girl. Almost striking more. So you are part of us. So I had to be part of the other students then. Yeah. And then I was among them, We did not want to sit for the exams, and they chased us. They expelled us. Actually, they suspended us.